We are ready? Okay, great.
Yes.
Exiting from my PC, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Professor Salim will start with the Professor Dr. Sadiq بتبدي.
Okay, yeah, no problem at all.
Ready.
Yes. Yeah. بسم الله.
سلام عليكم كالزهور وكالظلال. فمرحبا بكم أيها الحضور الكريم عبر الأثير أينما كنتم. فمرحبا بكم بتراحيب فاقت أهدافكم ثباتا واخضرت بجمعكم الكريم نباتا. فجمعية الكيميائيين البحرينية ترحب بكم في هذا اللقاء العلمي لهذا الموسم من أرض الخلود مملكة البحرين، التي جاء إليها الملك جلجامش باحثاً في أعماقها عن زهرة الخلود، والتي حولها البروفيسور محمد سليم أختر إلى عبق تنثر شذاها بالحب والوئام في هذه المحاضرة بعنوان كن سعيداً وتنفس المحبة، والتي ستكون باللغة الإنجليزية. فاسمحوا لي بالانتقال إلى اللغة الإنجليزية وأعتذر لغير الناطقين. And kindly mute your mics. Ladies and gentlemen, from the land of eternity, the paradise garden in the Epic of Gilgamesh, that has been an inspiration for the biblical garden of Eden, a story of human relationships, feelings, happiness, love, and sweet. The Bahrain Society of Chemists welcomes you all to this first lecture in the season entitled Be Happy, Smell Sweet by a distinguished chemist, Professor Dr. Salim Akhter from the Department of Chemistry at the University of Bahrain. Professor Salim, as most of you know him, received his BSc with honors degree and MSc degree in chemistry from Karachi University in Pakistan. Then he got scholarship from American universities to go for master's degree and PhD. He got his master's degree from Wright State University, Dayton, Ohio, and PhD from the University of Denver, Colorado. He did his postdoctorate research fellowship in the University of Denver, Colorado as well, before he joined the University of Bahrain in September 1984. Since then, he's serving the University of Bahrain. He has already published about 100 research papers in peered international journals. 14 of them are with me as a co-author. He has received so many awards, including the Best Teachers Award in June in 1997. Let me tell you, teaching and research are his passion, and amazingly, he loves his students. So before I give the mic to Dr. Salim Akhter, kindly mute your mics, and if you have any questions during the lecture, please jot it down in the chat box. Enjoy the lecture with Professor Dr. Salim Akhter. The floor is yours, Professor.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sadiq. Thank you so much for your kind words, and thank you for your nice introduction for me, and thank you. First of all, I would just want to make sure that I wanted to do it on 14th of February, what you call it, Eid al-Hub, but I couldn't get it because of the Bahrain Society of Chemistry. They couldn't give me the time. The topic is be happy, smell sweet, and smell sweet. Smell sweet, the very first thing comes to your mind, that is he talking about some kind of sweet dish? No, smell sweet, something else. So how about you can see from the screen that what are we going to talk about and what we are going to discuss about, and that is what you call it, perfume or any good smell. Anything good, whether it's coming from flower, it's coming from any fragrance, any source, the most important is that this is, you can see the picture. I hope everybody can see the picture, and you can see this picture when someone who smells good walks by. This is very common phenomena. It's very common. It can happen in your classroom. It can happen in a hypermarket. It can happen at an airport. It can happen anywhere. Everybody wants to smell good, and everybody wants to smell good fragrance, good perfume, good smell. And if you want to smell good, of course, everybody will come to you, or at least when you will smell good, you will remember, because, and it's very normal that if you are somewhere and somebody walks by, and when I'll say she smells good, then what will happen? You will say, oh gosh, she's so good. This smell is so good. What's so special about that fragrance? What's so special about that perfume? I mean, can you remember the thought and feeling that were evoked as a result after you smell, even 10 years from that time? If you're going to smell the same perfume or same fragrance or same scent or same smell, you will say, oh yes, that reminds me something. So what perfume are much more than just a smell. It's more than that. They have power to evoke feeling of love, energy, power, happiness, or some sort of inspiration and peace. This is very, very important, that it evoked feelings, and it can be used to tremendous effect. What are we talking about? We are talking about the perfume which we are going to wear it, the perfume which you are going to use it. It seems very simple topic, seems very easy topic. Believe it or not, when we are going to start discussing, you will understand that, oh goodness gracious, this is really something complex. What we're going to talk about, we will talk about the first thing, like for example, especially for those people who are involved in computers. I want my husband to pay more attention to me, got any perfume that smells like a computer. We don't want to have something related to just like a computer. Let's talk about it. How old this perfume is. If somebody can help me, how can I remove this on my screen from the right-hand side, this black one? What should I do so I can remove this? Can somebody help me, please? Just to remove this screen on the black, this one. Is this something?
Just minimize it, Professor. Minimize it.
Minimize it. Okay, I did it. Thank you so much. Now we talk about the history of perfume. Is it old? Oh yes, it is old. We are talking about 3000 BC, 4000 years ago, long time ago. Long time ago. So the word perfume came from the word par. Par means through. Per means through. If you are sitting in a classroom and somebody walks in with a nice perfume, with a nice smell, you can feel it, you can smell it from the door to your seat, through what we call in chemistry diffusion. And fumes means smoke, some sort of a volatile material that passes through the air and it comes to you. According to the history, they were talking about burning incense. Burning incense, that was 4000 years ago. They were using, or they were burning incense around 3000 BC. Generally, they used to do it at their religious ceremonies. And you can't take credit from Arabs. They were doing the perfume, they were producing perfumes. They were making perfumes which are viable, and people are still using it. And the most common method which a lot of people know, called distillation. It was the development of distillation that by the Arab that made perfume manufacture viable. And it was 17th century when enjoyed more in France. So whenever you talk about France, the first thing comes to your mind is perfume industry. But now things have been changed. There is no more distillation direct from the flower, direct from those leaves, direct from, they have a lot of changes. A lot of change had taken place because of the development of chemistry laid the foundation of what you call modern perfumery. You like to take it as an example, go to any international airport, go to any duty-free shop, and what do you see? What do you see? You see mostly at least 100, maybe more than 100 types of what you call it, perfumes. So today perfumes are extremely complex, made of natural and synthetic chemicals. They often referred as notes or overtones. You will be surprised, maybe some people, they don't know the word, the note. My friend, we have 3 types. What are the notes? Notes are ingredients that make up a fragrance. You are going to make a fragrance. We have 3 types: top notes, heart notes, heart, yani qalb note, and your base note. Top notes means you are talking about citrus, lavender. These are the top. They evaporate fast. Second one, heart notes, cinnamon or jasmine, close to your heart. Or base notes like vanilla, musk, which evaporates slowly. So we are using this kind of thing. And the first one, Chanel No. 5, very common perfume, especially among ladies, was the first perfume created by applying modern chemical principles. If you try to find the detailed ingredients of a perfume available locally or internationally, very, very difficult, because this is what you call it, business trade or business secret. So the first thing what you're trying to do is you have to maintain certain note. You have to maintain, because you know what you're going to do, you have to select these fragrances. You have to blend with a certain with a certain ratio. Once you have this, then that will be the basic character of your perfume. You can buy perfume for $10. You can buy perfume for $100. You can buy perfume for more than $100. So there must be something special. You don't want to use a perfume where you give headache to your people or around you. No, 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 no. He will run away or she will run away. So nowadays, what are we doing? We are using simple lab procedure. What are the lab procedure we are using? We are using extraction of fragrant essential oils from plants. Nowadays, we have plants, excellent plants. You can use it and you can extract it. And these methods, especially distillation, very, very common. What is the theme? Very simple word, theme. It is not that easy that you go buy a perfume. It is not that easy. I asked this question in my class, that if you want to buy a good perfume, what you're going to do, what you're going to look? Are you going to look for the price? Are you going to look for the quality? Are you going to look for the concentration? You need something that can attract people. Perfume is at heart, its heart, a novel about power. It explores how people obtain power. This is very, very important. You don't want to have something of this sort where you have bad smell around you. No. You don't want to see. And it happens almost every day. You can't even complain. That if the bad smell is around you, you don't want to hang around there. And it is something so bad that you can't even complain. Complain means you're going to lose your friendship. You're going to lose your relationship. There are two kinds of perfumes available in the market, or is available everywhere: alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Alcoholic, we are using all sorts of chemical: ethyl acetate, benzyl aldehyde, camphor, formaldehyde, methylene chloride, all sorts of perfume. If you don't know the chemical names, not a problem at all. But if you want to use it, you have to be very, very careful, because you are going to use these perfumes on your body. You have to be very, very careful what kind of chemicals, what are the material is, what are the common ingredient for that particular perfume. Sometimes they don't even say, they just give some code names. You can't even read it, because we have to be very careful that are they potentially hazardous? And if it is not, go ahead and use it. A perfume is a mixture of essential oil or fragrances, fixatives and solvents, usually ethanol. For those who have a chemistry degree, ethyl acetate, this is the base. So you have to have fragrance, as I told you before, top, hard, and base notes. So it's a collection. Non-alcoholic. A lot of people, they prefer, especially in the Arab world, they use non-alcoholic. Everything is available here. It's very, very common. And this is not the exact what I am showing you, that these are the primary comprises with the main ingredient. These are the main ingredient. But it could be much more different, much more than this, because there are, as I said, you can't know the exact chemistry. You can't know the exact recipe of that particular perfume. But you can make it. You can make it non-alcoholic and alcoholic. Just try to make sure that you are not using any organic or any synthetic compound. Use natural flavor, natural fragrances which are available. By the way, there is a very good book written by Dr. Fawzi Al-Saleh, and that book was, what you call it, Flowers and Leaves, or Azhar and Awraq. In her introduction, she wrote very, very important thing. When aromatic odors are emitted, mankind discovers of his soul. You can imagine that how, and this is very natural phenomena. You go to any garden nowadays, due to some nice weather, if you're taking a walk and if you smell jasmine, you don't have to go for alcoholic one. There are some, what you call it, atur or atar. Atar is very, very common. And as long as you know how much you are going to use it, because you don't want to spoil your dresses either. So you can make both types, alcoholic and non-alcoholic. But you just want to make sure that anything that can help you to smell good, whether you are going to use body wash or deodorant or fragrance or soap, before I say happy birthday to you. Otherwise, nobody will come to you because you smell terrible. Generally, almost in every house, people use three kinds of perfumes. You need toilet, you need cologne, and fresh. All these are available. various prices, all sorts of various prices that they have. Simple as that, you can use it. You can easily avail, they are easily available. Of course, the most expensive one is the first two. They are available. The third type is also it's cheap. It's not as powerful as we think. Generally, people use UD cologne or EDC. That's why when you go to any shop, you can find a bottle of 100 ml or more than that, because you need more in order, just to make sure that somebody can recognize you or recognize your smell. You need to spray more fragrance to achieve that significant level. Otherwise, forget it. So these are generally available. As I said in the beginning, we are going to talk a lot about this, because this is not as simple as the topic which we are thinking. You don't want to have this kind of thing. You don't want to have this underarm smell, terrible. You like to make sure that you smell good. What are the different kind of fragrance? This is what you call it, fragrance wheel. These fragrance wheel are floral, fruity, minty, nutty. Nutty means something to do with your almonds, cashew nuts, pistachio nuts, basically. Pungent, anything strong. Sweet, light, soft, where you can use it and people around you, they love it, they like it, they feel more comfortable. And woody. Woody means some sort of a wood with, like, for example, sandalwood and all sorts of wood. Nowadays, especially in Arab world, the most common one is oud, O-U-D. And this word comes from Southeast Asia and from India. And what do? They do the distillation. You can imagine how expensive it is. And this oud, you can get the perfume from a very low price to a very, very high price, especially the wood. So these are the different types of what you call it, basic flavors, basic. And these are what you call it, different kind of notes are available. You can combine them together. You are not going to make perfume. The purpose of this talk is not to that I want you to try at home. No. The purpose of this is to make sure what you are buying is the correct for your body, as correct for your friends, and correct for your environment. You don't want to smell bad. Stop blaming me for bad smells. You want to make sure that you smell good. Why do you want to wear perfume? Just use soap. Use liquid soap. Use some sort of a cream. Why do you want to have perfume? This is very, very important. You want to use it. Why do you want to use it? Because once you have a good smell, once you are using perfume and it has a good smell, that means you have the power to evoke the feeling of love, energy, power, happiness. So it's just a powerful tool to attract people. And this is a very, very common, very, very simple experience that anybody who smells good, you would like to hang around there. As a matter of fact, sometimes you say, it smells good, very nice. You don't want to travel in a tube or in a train. and you smell that kind of stuff, you don't want people to see or to around you that they feel like this. No. Make sure we will talk about it later, that when you leave home, just want to make sure that you smells good. It smells sweet. What else why do you want to use it? Why? It triggers memories, right? When you were in high school or you were in the university, you smell, oh God, it was so good. It's still that instantly sends you back to a specific moment in time. Long time ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Oh yes, I remember that smell was. I mean, look at this. I mean, in case if you like movies, there was a movie in 1992 called Scent of a Woman. A guy named Al Pacino. And look at the movie, the whole movie is based on that scent of a woman. So it's a powerful way in this way. Human links smell to memories.
Oh, just go ahead.
Remember what you have seen, what you have. It has nothing to do with the sound or the taste or the food. No, nothing. The smell to memory is much more powerful. And taste.
Oh,
When I say taste, I mean food. So literally, scent literally has the power to send you and other back in time. Your brain remembers, it registers your feeling for that particular moment of your life. Smell that was so good. So it's a kind of a time travel. You don't want to smell like this. Sorry, I want to show you all these just to make sure that you don't want to smell like this. And it happens almost every day. Whenever you have these kind of things, you just want to run away from there. You just want to run away. Another thing which is also very important. You want to wear perfume. Almost 90% plus people, they're using perfume. They are using something that for their body, so they smell good. You want to smell fresh. What do you mean by smell fresh? Take bath. Use shower gel to smell good. You can't take shower gel and you can't take water with you and take shower every 2 hours. No, so you have to have perfume. Perfume allow you to go out in the world smelling fresh for a longer time. There are certain perfumes that can stay longer. They last. And nowadays, I'm not sure, but almost all the girls, all the ladies especially, in addition to their makeup stuff, they have a small perfume bottle, a bottle of perfume that fits right in their handbag. So they can use it throughout the day. Some perfume can even fit in their pocket. And nowadays, mashallah, boys also, they are using it. Just to make sure that you arouse enthusiasm among others just by being in it. You are there. You just want to make sure that people enjoy. You don't want to have something like this. The Superman. They don't make any deodorant like this. So you just want to make sure that you smell good. What it does? Boost your mood. It can act as a superpower. What do you mean by superpower? So you can, just to make sure that perfume can work just the same. A magical portion, just use it, spray it. You are going to a meeting after 4 hours of working in your office. You want to work, you just want to make sure that you smell, and then you take out the bottle from your, from your table, from your office drawer, use it. You are going for a presentation. You are going for an exciting, do whatever you just to make sure that your super perfume is with you. You won't fail. But if you're going to go for a presentation, if you are going for an interview, if you're going to meet somebody and you don't smell good, it means you failed. Make sure. This is something very, very common. Aromatherapy, very common in this part of the world, very common. Every fruit, floral, winter spices, you name it. Take any spice and smell it. You will feel that it looks good. For example, people are still using lavender and jasmine oil. Can even improve your sleep. You have a nice perfumery sort of oil, sleep in the night and use it, and that's it. You will have a free of all stress, what you can call it. You will have a good beauty sleep. Sometimes it smells, these fragrances, it gives you a state of alertness, calm, or even success to improve your overall well-being. And these are available. Why should you go for alcoholic? Go for the natural one, rosemary, apples. Use those, and you don't have to do research. Just look for these material on Google. Peppermint has been shown to improve your speed, strength, and accuracy. Orange can reduce. Lemon promotes concentration, your focus. These, you can't say that this, I cannot classify this as perfume. No, it is a part of it. Anything that smells good. So that's why this is something very common. In your house, you are using air freshener. You are using incense. You are burning it. That is something else. That what are the side effects that will come later. As long as it smells good, as long as you feel happy, as long as you feel comfortable, as long as it fills them with joy and happiness, good. Otherwise, not a problem. You don't want to have like this. This guy lost because of this body odor. She's expecting you to feel good. But he doesn't know anything that, he's using this all sorts of protective. You can, that explains everything, that how he feels about her perfume. The side effects, very important, very, very important. There is a debate. There is some sort of controversy. Should I use perfume on my body directly to my skin? Should I use it on my clothes? So still there is the question mark. I'm sure when we will have Q&A session with Hussain Halwachi, we will come back. There are people who are using perfumes and deodorants. But at the same time, some of the people, because their body chemistry is different from one person to another person, and you might have an allergy to fragrances. Sometimes you inhale it. You inhale it, and that inhaling process of fragrances can trigger or aggravate asthma or other respiratory problems. You have to be very careful, especially for those people who are using perfume and they have some sinus problems. There are so many natural perfumes are available, natural products are available. Use them. Nowadays, they are available. This is not easy to buy the perfume for that expensive. No, go for alternative fragrances. As I mentioned before about Dr. Fawzia Saleh's book, read it. You might find something from there. In the book, that what are the material easily available. You don't have to extract anything. Just, I'm sure the product will be available. What are the alternatives? Okay, oh, perfumes are quite expensive. Okay. If they're expensive, okay, then use body washes, body lotions, essential oil, whichever you can afford, whichever you can easily use. Whichever is easily available. Body wash is easily available. Nowadays, we have different kind of soaps available. You want to smell good after taking the shower. You can use for extra boost. You can use some sort of a scented body lotion, and it will add what you call it, more dimensional look. Create your own signature scent, some sort of essential oil, concentrated smell. Just use one drop. Use it on your body, what you call it, attar. Because directly to your skin, you might have some problem if you have any, especially the allergy. You can see this. This is very common nowadays. So smelly feet, no. Just this happens almost every other day. In every office, a strong perfume, you will remember it. You can't forget. You will remember it. But you can imagine that how it feels to me when someone wearing a strong perfume passes by. At the end, you just want to make sure that you buy a good perfume. Don't forget to buy perfume for your wife, for your friend, for your parents. Perfume, you're talking about, I'm sorry, all I can hear is your perfume. You can't hear perfume, you can smell it. So my friend, at the end, as I told you from the beginning, that perfume is a complex compound. Perfume is not that easy to buy. As I said in the morning, and I ask other classes that, can I buy a good perfume? And if I have to buy a good perfume, I have to have, if I have to buy a good perfume, my friend, what should I do? What should I do? Tell me, please. What should I do? That how to buy a perfume? Don't just pick up any perfume in the shop. No. Thank you. Take your time. Know your signature scent, the one you like it. Never buy a scent because you like it. You are going to use perfume for yourself as well as for others. You want to buy perfume, use the right theme. I know you can buy a good perfume. You can buy a perfume in $10 or maybe less. But if you want to buy quality, you have to pay more. Make sure that you focus on notes of perfume, top, hard, or base. Concentration. concentration of perfume. You have seen it. You don't want to see like this. You don't want to other people feel horrible. And the most important thing is never rush. Take your time. And the last one, buy a scent that suits your personality. Very, very important. The suit that's very, very important. So there are so many tips. There are so many questions that you want to ask yourself. How do I choose a perfume? How do I choose a perfume for the first time? How do I choose a strong perfume? These are the questions which you want to ask yourself. How to buy perfume? Somebody told me this morning that if you buy a perfume in summer, is different than when you buy a perfume in winter. There must be some chemistry there. There was another question somebody asked me just this afternoon, that how to buy perfume online without smelling it first. Sorry, I can't answer, but maybe when we are going to discuss. What is the best time to buy perfume? Anytime. What to know about perfumes? How to smell perfume before buying? So these are the questions, maybe more. So we can answer this question, and to answer these questions, we have to open the floor for my 63 or maybe more participants. I just want to thank Bahrain Society of Chemists, especially the new members. I want to congratulate Dr. Abdul Wahid Al-Naqal, Hussein Halwachi, and for taking the new members, Muhammad Jawad, Dua, my favorite, Iman, my favorite, and Isa. I don't know whether should I call it him Iso. And I would like to thank people who are professors attending from all the way from America, from New York and other places. Thank you so much for your time. And the floor is open for questions. Hussein Halwachi, back.
Thank you very much, Professor. Actually, Dr. Sadiq has another appointment, so he left. So I'll control only the session of the question.
Thank you.
I'll start with the question for myself because I'm eager to participate also in this lecture.
Yes, please.
I noticed, Professor, sometime when I buy a perfume, it will suit my skin. But when somebody else is taking it or taking the same perfume and he just put it in his skin, it smells something else.
Okay. Yes, it is very simple. What we understand that the body chemistry from in your family, I'm not talking about somebody outside. In your family, if you have a brothers and sisters, in your family, something suits you which doesn't suit your elder brother or younger brother or elder sister or younger sister. So what you are talking about is perfume. Perfume means some sort of a complex chemicals. How do it interact with your body fragrance? There are people, they don't take shower from the morning till evening or even for 2 days and they don't smell bad. But there are people, it's just a body chemistry. Maybe it's more complicated. So I agree with you. I agree with you that it suits you, but at the same time, it doesn't suit from the same family.
Yeah.
It may be body chemistry. It may be something that we are not aware, but it seems to be that the body chemistry.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor.
Sure, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so, this is Haider Khwaja from Albany, New York.
MashaAllah, Haider Saab, thank you so much.
Okay, Professor Salim, I think very good talk. You provided a very good information. Which perfume should I buy for my beloved ones? And but okay, my wife is also here, and I think she listened to your talk.
Yes.
And she would have a question too. But my just comment that
Yes.
there is another side of using the perfumes. For example, musk has been used to attract wild animals. And I remember in 2018, Indian authorities used the perfume Obsession by Calvin Klein to attract and trap a wild tiger that had attacked and killed more than a dozen people. So there is another side of using the
Excellent
perfumes.
information. Excellent information, Professor Haider. It is very important information for us. Is this something documented, Professor?
Yes, it is documented.
It is documented. I mean, in terms of, in form of some research paper or anything?
I think I just go into the newspapers
Okay.
in 2018.
Okay.
So it is there. So I think
Sure.
in your next talk, you can add this part too. And also being an environmental scientist, I think the indoor pollution is a major issue of
Absolutely.
using these fragrances.
Absolutely. This is one of the most important one, especially in Arab countries, especially in this part of the world, where we have 6 to 7 months, maybe more or less same. We have hot weather, so we don't open windows, and we are using those volatile organic compounds for cleaning windows, for cleaning tables, for cleaning tables, and on top of it, we are using air freshener. And you have seen, Professor, you were one of the examiners for Mariam. She was using oud, she was using bakhur, the one incense using inside the house. So yes, I agree with you that this is another aspect of indoor pollution. And I would request Bahrain Society of Chemists, their office bearers, if you can kindly give us some time, Professor, to give us talk about indoor pollution sort of thing, that what are the particles which we are inhaling and what are the things that could be dangerous.
Okay, so Professor Salim, my wife is also here, and her name is Sayyida Rizwana, and she has a question.
Mashallah. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Professor.
Yes, please.
Excellent speech, very knowledgeable. I learned a lot from you.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you.
But I'm not a chemist, so my question is not related to chemistry. My question is of chemistry. And when we were young, we were told not to apply perfume, at least going outside during sunset, because the jinns will sort of possess you. So jannats. So my question is how much the other creatures are aware of this aspect of perfumes and things like that?
Excellent question, Ms. Rizwana. Excellent question. This is a very hot topic, especially in the last, I'm talking about before pandemic. I'm talking about this, and this is very, very common, especially as you know that, the place where we live, especially for the last, for the 6-7 months, what you call it, summer, we have a long summer, and the average temperature is around 40 plus minus. So during that time, especially when you use perfume, but generally, I mean, I don't know whether I will be able to answer your question or not, but generally the people who uses perfume during hot weather, they don't stay outside the house for a longer period of time. So I'm not sure whether it's going to affect their body chemistry or not, because most of the time, either they sit in the car or sit in the bus, or they go to the office or they go to the school, wherever they are related to. So I'm not sure whether this is possible or not, but there are people that are using the perfume, but they don't stay outside the house for a longer period of time. I'm not sure whether this will be related to this part of the world. But as I said, that they use the perfume, even though it is hot, even though, they are perspired or something, but still they don't stay for a longer period of time, because you can't stay for that longer period of time.
Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Professor.
Any other question?
Any question, my friend? The most important thing is, especially boys and girls, when you go and buy the perfume, take your time, because nowadays, I'm not sure whether people will agree with me or not, but nowadays, anything that smells good is a part of your grocery. You
Yeah.
buy food, you buy the material that you can burn, what you call it, in the house, incense, all sorts of things. So just to smell good. So people, they do buy it. They do buy it. So when you buy something good, make sure that it really, it shows your character. Very simple. I am not relating the perfume to the price. I know that there are some perfumes available which is very, very high price. I am saying that you can buy a good perfume. I am using the word good, but make sure that it smells and it should work on you.
Doctor, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Yes, how can we spot the hazardous perfumes which is not good for our body and our body chemistry?
Very simple, very simple. The first thing is extremely difficult. Why did I say it is difficult? Because you don't know the real ingredients. It is not there. It is not available. When you go and buy a perfume, it is not there. They will write down EDX, AS4, SM3, some aliphatic alcohols. They will not give you the detail. So the most important thing is use it. And if it doesn't work, if you feel some allergic, some sort of a reaction from your body, immediately stop it. Immediately stop it, especially those who are patients of asthma or they are a problem with this bronchitis or some sort of a thing, then they should not use it. Something very basic that, you are afraid that you will smell bad. No, so many other ways that you use it. And nowadays, the best thing is attar. The attars are the attar are available. They are non-alcoholic. Use a small bottle, any fragrance related to jasmines or red rose or any perfume, and use it. Because you don't have to have, because if it smells good, you are not going to tell people that, okay, no, I got the perfume for 45 BD or 100 BD. No, you don't have to. If it smells good, everybody will love it. Oh, nice smell, good smell.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
Professor Salim, there is some greeting for you from Dr. Fawzia Saleh. She attended.
So Dr. Fawzia Saleh, big salam to her, and I had the book, and the book is, to be honest with you, is very, very useful. And I wish by the time I received the front page, it's a very good book, especially the portion which it is written there about, and I read the first line. I read the first line from there, which is about from the flowers and leaves, that when aromatic odors are emitted, mankind, and this is very discovers of his soul. Why do you go to park? Any park. Go in the evening, especially nowadays, the weather is good.
قولي له تعال بيضحك.
Jasmines are all over. Use it. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Basic chemistry, green color, suitable for your eyes. So thank you so much, Dr. Fawzia, for the nice book.
Yeah, she left because she had some commitments.
Sure.
But she asked me just to pass her.
Thank you. No, thank you so much. It's very nice. I'm glad.
There is one question in the chat. I think from Darka Sultana. She
Okay.
says, what is a good perfume for Professor Muhammad? What do you, how
Oh.
you evaluate the good
Oh
perfume?
my goodness, very difficult question. Please ask the same question to your husband or to somebody who's going to buy for you. This is very, very important. But honestly, to buy a perfume is not easy. It's not easy at all. But I would like you to spend little time, go to any hypermarket or any shopping mall, spend little time, please, and buy the one, but don't smell 5 or 10 perfumes at the same time, because the lady or the gentleman, whoever is selling, or the salesperson, he will make sure that you buy one from her. So she will give you small, what you call it, small paper, and she's going to spray and then give it to you. Just smell 2 or 3. Tell her what kind of perfume you want. What you need the hard one or the soft one. You need kind of flowery one. You need kind of woody one. You need kind of a floral one. What, tell your choice to her or to him, and I'm sure you will be able to buy one. I can see Dr. is also here. He also loves perfume. So especially, the best way is to test is to buy a perfume for your family member. I'm talking about your wife, and then see if it is good. That means you are a successful person.
Hi, Professor.
Hi, Zohaib. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Good presentation. The room
Thank
is
you
already
so much.
the room is already
Thank you
filled.
so much. Zohaib, can you help us how to buy a good perfume?
I think I took some good inspiration from your lecture. So
Thank you so much.
About the Chanel No. 5, I didn't know it was a synthetic perfume.
Yes. The thing is that mostly like nowadays the things has changed. Now they are using a portion of the fragrances using the natural one. But if you look at the history, especially in French perfumery, you will find plenty of work has been done. Especially people would like to have synthetic one, and especially the one which is very like coming directly from flowers or from leaves or lavender or jasmines. One of the most popular attar or perfume is from jasmine.
So organics are more dominant over synthetic, right?
Absolutely. Oh yes. Yes. So people are trying to use, just to make sure that they don't want to use the synthetic one or the one which is based chemically, because they just want to make sure that it doesn't interact, because directly or indirectly it's going to attack your body chemistry and it's going to react to body chemistry.
Sure. And in terms of longevity, does temperature have an effect? Because I know
it does. I had a similar question from from Albany, New York. Is the same as, yes, it does. But the thing is that, like for example, in this part of the world where we live, you are going to use the perfume, but you're not going to spend not more than 3 minutes, 5 minutes outside your house. Either you're going to sit in the car, or you're going to stay in the house, or you're going to stay in the office. So you don't spend that much time outside the unless you are waiting at a bus stop. That's that's something else. So I am not sure whether the temperature, yet it might have effect if you're talking about some hot countries where they don't have that kind of facilities. But nowadays, like here, we have facilities. We have air conditioning system and all sorts of things. So you really don't spend too much time to have effect of temperature on your perfume.
Yeah, well, here in Cambridge, it's really windy. So no matter what perfume you wear, it'll just blow away in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the participation, Dr. Dwayne. Thank you.
Professor, a lot of comments in the chat. They're all delighted about the presentation and the topic itself.
Sure. The thing is that I just want to, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
To talk more and more, but the thing is that due to time constraint, you can't talk. It is better to have questions. And to be honest with you, I myself, I learned a lot from questions.
Yes.
And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to read it myself. Please go ahead.
Yeah. There is the last question we'll take, Professor, then we'll stop because time constraint. From Zarqa Sultana again. Nowadays, some perfumes are in the form of wax.
Okay.
She's asking what type of wax is used.
To be honest with you, Zarqa, I never heard this word before. I am sure there must be, but this is something new for me. And if you have any question regarding this, I would like to read about this wax. I just request Zarqa, can you please tell me, is there any perfume or its name you can share? And if you can share in the chat box with the Vice President Hussain Alwachi, so then I will know what kind of wax perfume or perfume based on wax, so I can study and then I can come back to you.
Yeah. Last question from Jawad Al-Sail again.
Jawad Al-Sail, okay. Sure. Please go ahead, Jawad.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Salim.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
كيف الحال شيخ شلونك؟
Alhamdulillah, yes, I'm doing fine. I am improving. My health is improving now, so you will see me.
May Allah, may Allah bless you and your family members. You are a young.
Yes.
Thank you so much for attending.
Yes.
I just, believe me, I don't know how to say thanks to these, my kids, Abdul Wahid and Hussain Alwachi. They always, I just tell them, give me the date and that's it.
Yes, yes.
So we have commitments for next year, Professor.
Oh, yes. You just tell me. If you want, I can tell you the topic, but I just want to keep it secret.
Yes.
Dr. Salim.
Yes, please.
It's a wonderful lecture, and I really
thank you so much.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And all lectures. So Prophet Muhammad used to use perfume. So he was well known for the good smell and everything. Even
yes.
in Egypt, 3000 BC, they used to produce and make perfume, nice perfume, because they want to smell good and everything. And I think, and my honest opinion, that you are the very eligible person to give this lecture, because since I know you, since
thank you so much.
Sure,
30 I will do this.
Or 35 years, since I know you, always smell good and nice. And I don't know what is the secrets behind that, but you are well known for that.
Inshallah, I will tell you the secret. I have your phone number, so I'll call you separately.
Yes, sure. And thank you very much for the lecture.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much.
Thank you and so for much. Dr. Abdul Wahid Al-Halwachi and for the
yes.
Congratulations to them.
Congratulations. And congratulations, Hussain Alwachi, for all the new members.
Yes.
Very, very dynamic people, very nice kids.
Yes.
And I'm sure Dua, Iman, Iso,
sure. Yes.
They will work very hard with you. You have a good team.
Yes. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Abad.
No more question. We'll end the session, Professor. A lot of comments in the chat. They just delighted with the lecture.
Sure, no problem. I will be more than happy to receive any questions, any comments. And if I cannot answer you, please send it to me and I will be more than happy to answer you back.
Yes. So thank you very much, Professor, for this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hussain Alwachi. And thank you for the opportunity for giving me to give this talk to my students and my people.
Thank you very much and see you again, inshallah.
Thank you. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. As-salam. Good evening.
Awesome.